Good afternoon, Americans. This is your favorite alien and Bubba here on the afternoon of Tuesday, October 8th. Well, I had to do a video today. I did want to answer two videos this morning from a Miss Hines and a Mr. Smith, both staunch Democrats. So the video that I'm doing today is Constitution. Who's out there to save it? I don't see anybody. The Democrats are hell-bent determined on impeaching President Trump. They're forgetting about their constitutional responsibilities. And President Trump sure don't care for the Constitution either, but hey. And then you got the backboneless Republicans who could care less of what's going on as long as they are trying to save President Trump, who is putting himself in hot water when he shouldn't be. But he is. But who's going to save the Constitution? The Supreme Court doesn't seem to care about the Constitution. But see, the Supreme Court's in a no-win scenario. They're in a Kobayashi Maru of their own. Because nobody's come up to them and said, help! Constitution's in trouble. I haven't seen a single Democrat or a single Republican go up to the Supreme Court or the Court of Appeals, which is the next court down. Help, we need help here. You haven't done that at all. So my question is, who's saving the Constitution? You Americans don't care. I look at Mr. Smith and Miss Hines' interpretation of what they thought. Party line. The Democrats are dum-dums, and they'll always be dum-dums until they change whatever they're doing. Going after Trump for going after Trump's sake is not constitutionally correct. Especially when you got allegations out there and nobody can do that. The Constitution is supposed to have a three government, so checks and balances here. The Supreme Court and their courts are supposed to say, the executive department, what you're doing is unconstitutional, and you, Congress, what you're doing is unconstitutional. But somebody's going to have to go over there and say, help! And nobody has. Is it unconstitutional for a president to ask another president of another country to do a criminal investigation on one of his rivals? That is the question that nobody's asked. Is it? I haven't heard a single Democrat ask that, or a Republican, for that matter. And I'm glad that Mr. Roberts and the other justices of the Supreme Court are staying clear out of this, because they haven't been asked. Neither has any of the appeals court. There's got to be a judge out there, especially a center-of-the-road constitutional judge that's sitting in one of those courts of appeals. And there's 9 of them, right? And I know that Judge Roberts, as a Supreme Court justice, is a center-of-the-road guy. He's proven a lot of times, especially on Obamacare. So this is your favorite alien saying, where's the help? Because you guys are sending this country in a hell in a handbasket. And literally Waterloo. Can you imagine when this country starts disintegrating from, say, North Dakota says, what the hell are we doing in this union? Nobody's paying attention to us. Georgia, Michigan, California's disintegrating. The northern part hates the southern part because you got Republicans on the north part and Democrats on the south part. How many more states are going to be disintegrating like that? Texas, who considers itself a country of its own, is probably saying, what are we getting out of this union? You Democrats have been pursuing a hell-bent impeachment on President Trump. Is he a good president? Well, not really. Is he a bad president? It's not for me to say. That's up to history. President Trump is President Trump. He's been Donald J. Trump. He was this way when he did his swindles with his casinos back in the 80s that cost a lot of people's lives. And when he did the his show there, The Apprentice. He was the same way. You're fired. And what's he doing since he became president? You're fired. Because you're not taking my point of view. And my point of view comes, number one, above everything else, including the Constitution. But that's not violation of constitutional authority, because nobody has said it is. This is all I'm saying, Americans, especially you dumb Democrats and you backboneless Republicans. You're heading to oblivion here. And what are you doing about it? Just going through your stupid political mess. So this is your favorite alien and Bubba saying, the Constitution is yelling, help! And nobody's listening. Thanks.